Right. Hello, everyone. We're live. um, this is unexpected and crazy. If you can hear me, if everything's working okay, please put a little message in the chat. If anyone's here with me now, I can see the chat, so I'll know if it's live, if you can hear me okay, if you can see me. I think everything's working okay, but please let me know. Yeah, let me just have a sip of water here as I compose myself. Because, oh my goodness. Right, guys. Breaking news. Emergency podcast. The first one of its kind on the Golden Sky channel. I'm on my lunch break right now. Luckily, I was at home today, so I could do this. Because Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle United. This is crazy. I've just seen right in front of me right now. David Ornstein has tweeted, Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle United. Absence from Celtic friendly and Asia tour, the 25-year-old's preference. Newcastle keen for Sweden international striker to stay on an improved deal, but also exploring potential replacements. Wow, guys. This is crazy news. There's another journalist here, Martin Hardy. Who's this fella? Northern correspondent for the Times and Sunday Times. Looks like a Northern Eastern journo. Newcastle guy, I imagine. Alexander Isak rejects Newcastle contract offer and wants to explore move. Turns down Newcastle attempts at a new deal, seeks 300k a week. Exploring his options, and Liverpool still keen on the player. And that is really why we're all here today, isn't it? Liverpool are keen on Alexander Isak. We know this. And could he really sign for Liverpool? I can see the chat's working. Hello, James. Nice to see you in here, mate. This is crazy. Could it happen? Could it really happen? It looks like it could. It looks like it could. Isak wants to leave. Liverpool have officially unsettled him. We've worked our magic. The Ricky Hughes and Mikey Edwards mafia have rocked up to Newcastle. They've said, look, we'll take him. And they said no. Okay, they said, you're not having him. And then this fella has gone full Mike Tyson. He's broke his back. And they said, what's happened to your back? Spinal, mate. That's what's happened to his back. He can't go on tour. He wants to join the Mighty Reds. It's clear. And I think the Mighty Reds, I'm going to put it out there right now. I think the Mighty Reds are going to sign Isak. As you can see, we're excited. Maybe this will be funny if we don't sign him and he goes to Saudi. But I agree with you, James, lad. He's coming. He's coming. Lots of people have been talking since we signed Ekatike, which was yesterday, by the way. This is just how Liverpool are moving this transfer window. That because we've signed Ekatike, Isak wasn't possible or wasn't going to happen, and it did appear that way, but no journalist shut it down. And Ben Jacobs, who's been spot on a lot this summer, and a few other journals said that we are still interested, whether that's now, whether that's in January, whether that's in next summer. Then there was images that surfaced of Isak looking like he was training alone. The Newcastle fans were all saying that this wasn't the case. Their heads have fallen right off, as you would expect. They're not used to this type of thing. But I'll get into that in a second and what this means for them. And then today, the news breaks that he's not gone on the pre-season tour, and they come out and have the audacity to try and tell me that this is because he's got an injury. Come on, come on. Does anybody believe that? Seriously, this guy didn't go on tour today because he's got an injury. My God, Lewis Hall went and he's injured. Like, come on. And then what? Lo and behold, an hour later, he wants to leave. Is he gonna join Liverpool? That's the question on everybody's lips. Why wouldn't you want to play with Mo, Flo, Verge, Hugo, Maka, Birch, Sobo, Gakas, and mainly Endo? I mean, exactly, mate. Why would you not want to play with them? Why would you not want to play with the Greek Scouser and Wata Endo, mate? Why would you not? I mean, this is monumental news, and I've just got the news in front of me now, right now, refreshing as we speak. You can probably see it flash on my face. It's thought that Isak wants to keep playing top-level football at the stage of his career, which makes a potential transfer to Liverpool, the Premier League champions, more likely than a move to Saudi Arabia. And we saw Fabrizio Romano said that Al Hilal are currently not negotiating with him. Al Hilal, mate. Let's be serious here. Al Hilal. Now, come on. If you're Alexander Isak and you can choose to join the Premier League champions or Al Hilal, I mean, come on. What are we doing? Liverpool have unsettled him. They said, here's 120 million. And Newcastle said, no chance, we're not having it. But this guy has gone full Felipe Coutinho on Newcastle. And surely now we've got to uphold our end of the deal, right? And we've got to put that bid out there and say, come on, Newcastle, you know you want to. Yeah, surely he doesn't go to Saudi at his age and entering his prime. He's going to be 26 in September. If you give him a 5-year deal, he's Italy's 31. They're all his prime years. We'd have one of the best strikers in the world, maybe the best in the league. Certainly top 2 with Haaland there as well. Ekatike 3rd, of course. Ekatike taller than Godzilla. He really is, yeah. He's massive. And if we got Isak as well, we'd have what's it like? What's the film? King Kong versus Godzilla? We basically have recreated that up front with these two. Newcastle came out and said they wanted Ekatike to pair with Isak, and we all said, no chance. You can't pair Ekatike with Isak. So we sign Ekatike, and then we're going to try and pair Isak with Ekatike. I mean, this is just how Liverpool are operating this summer. It is the craziest transfer window I've ever seen. And if it means we have to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern, by the way, to fund this transfer, or to make this transfer happen, then I'll be honest, I'd drive Luis Diaz to Germany myself, sing Bella Ciao, all the way there with Diaz in the back of the car. Bella Ciao, Luis Diaz, see you later, mate, you're off. I love you, Lucho, but you're gone. And Isak, you're in. See you. Come and join us, you little Swedish beauty. You can come and join the mighty Reds and we can win the league, we can win the Champions League. You can have it all. Or you can stay in Newcastle and wear that horrible away kit that's surfaced, if any of you have seen this. Saudi Arabian, basically the Saudi Arabian home kit. Surely there's loads of outgoings now too. Half our team don't have squad numbers yet. Yeah, exactly, yeah. No one has squad numbers. It looks like everybody is going to get them maybe as late as possible because, yeah, we've got half a team to sell. Elliot, Nunez, Diaz, Morton. Is Doak going to stay? Looks like Robbo's going to stay now. Simicast might stay as well. There's loads. I'm probably missing a few, honestly. It's crazy, but it could happen, guys. I really do believe this could happen. It really does look to me like he's going to leave now. Why would Newcastle want to keep a player that doesn't want to play for them? We've seen this before. It's a big club. When you have big players, they want to move to a bigger club eventually. We had it with Coutinho. We had it before that with Suarez. We had it with Torres, wanted to leave to go to Chelsea. Not a bigger club, but he still wanted to leave. We've had Alonso, Mascherano, all leave to go to Spain. And now Isak, he's at little old Newcastle, and he wants to come to the mighty Reds. It's clear. And they don't know how to handle it. I've been reading a few of their fans' reactions to this. They do not know what to do. They've been trying to tell me all morning, I've been reading, that he's really, really missed this tour because he's injured. They're delusion. They don't understand. They're like innocent little babies here. They don't understand. Remember when Coutinho hurt his back for us, and oh, magically he was gone to Barca. Well, don't worry, because we're spending that Coutinho money right now on Isak. We've got it all saved up. We're spending the Coutinho money on Isak. We've got the Kevin Stewart money that we sold to when we sold him to Hull. We've got the Kevin Stewart money ready to go. We've got the Nat Phillips money ready to go. It's all in the bank. It's all going to Newcastle. Oh, wow. Talks of Rail going for him if Vinny Jr. leaves. Maybe, honestly. Let's have a look. Has that just come out, or is that just a guess? I don't know. It could happen, I suppose. Rail, Vinny goes to Saudi, but I don't know. I feel like we've done so much legwork for the for this transfer now. I feel like we've been, I don't know. I don't want to say courting him, like, but it's clear we've been interested. I feel like we have made our intentions clear. And once Arne Slot gets on the phone to this guy, have you seen how he's been talking to our signings this summer? Arne Slot talks to them for 10 minutes and they're desperate to join. It's in the song. One chat with Arne Slot and he said ciao. And that's applied not just to Fetty Church, but also everybody he speaks to. We're much left of the Coutinho money left after this. Maybe enough for a centre-back. Yeah, probably enough for a centre-back. We're going to forget we've got the Nat Phillips money as well. You know, we've got the Ozan Kabak money. We've got the Ben Davies money. We've got all... The funds are never running out. And one thing my brother asked me when this news just broke was, can we afford it? Are we not going to get in trouble with PSR, that kind of thing? If anyone doesn't know, basically, short answer is no, we won't get in trouble with PSR. We have loads and loads of wiggle room with PSR, where we were super well set up before the summer's even started. And that's based on the fact that we basically didn't sign anyone last year. We've sold players as well, and we'll probably sell more. So in the end, our transfer spend won't be too astronomical compared to what we've recouped. It's based, the model, I don't fully know. Look, I'm not an expert in the PSR model, but it's not fully based on what you do in one summer. It's over a period of time. And Liverpool have been super profitable, both as a club and in the market over the last few years. So we have lots of wiggle room. We were something like, even if we signed Isak as well, I think we still had well over 100 million to play with before we even get close to any PSR issues. So there's no worries, and that's before we even sold anybody. So don't worry about the funds. It's clear we'll pay. What, 120 million? I would snap him right up for that. Definitely been after him. Those clips of Slot and Verge after the League Cup final. Loads of side eyes and mouth coming. Exactly, yeah. You saw them talking. I mean, he scored against us. He scored against us a few times last season. We know his quality. Van Dijk knows. Look, Liverpool aren't stupid. They know what they're doing. What's the latest with the main man, Chiesa? Who cares? Honestly, no, I'm joking. I've not seen anything on Chiesa, to be honest, apart from the fact that he's not on the tour. Liverpool say it's because of an injury. And the journalists, specifically Romano, say that it's because he's going to Italy. But no concrete bid or anything like that yet. So nothing materialised with him. Let's have a little refresh here and see if we've got any new news. Chiesa got married? Did he? I did not know that. There we go. Let's have a little look. Let's see if we can find any chatter. But what do we all think? I mean, John Henry has literally lost his wallet. Linda's fuming. It's crazy, right? Who are Newcastle going to sign as a replacement? Do they want Nunez? Do they want Visser still? Someone else? I don't know. Has Gyökeres officially signed for Arsenal yet? I don't think he has. Maybe they swoop for him. Maybe they go for Sesko. Watkins. I don't know. Who cares? I don't care what Newcastle do. As long as they give us Isak. Muscle injury. Come on. What? they had, honestly, they trying to tell me that they had a muscle injury. There's no chance. Yeah, not seeing anything new right now. Not seeing anything new right now. Seen that sign in Hong Kong FSG, outstanding. I did see that. Yeah, that's great. That's great. For those who don't know, there was a fan with a sign in the Hong Kong Open training that said FSG out, and then underneath it said standing. I thought it was really good. I don't know. How much would we pay max for Isak that you'd be happy with, guys? What do we reckon? 120 million? 100, would we pay 150 million? Would we feel that's too much? I'm personally in the yard of I don't really care what the fee is for players all that much. Especially not when it's a player of this quality. I feel like I don't really pay attention to that. I can't see it being any more than 150 if he does move. I think that would make him the third most expensive player in history if it was 150 million pound. 150 million, not just pound. Yeah, exactly. We got him for 150 quid. That'd be a hell of a deal. Yeah, because Neymar would be the most, Mbappe second, and then Isak will be third. So that would be astronomical. But 120, I think, is right. I wonder if maybe we'd put a player in the deal. Maybe. What about 100 million plus Harvey Elliott, something like that? What about if I don't know if they'd want Nunez, but maybe they do. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we ended up swapping Darwin Nunez for Ekatike and Isak going into the new year? I mean, seriously, guys, it's transformative. It really is. It's wild. John Henry must have found like an oil rig in his back garden or some sort of crypto investment that he made on a drunken evening, maybe one night. It's crazy. What have we got here in the chat? We deserve it after years of being so well run. Yeah, we absolutely do. Yeah. I mean, last year we were starved of transfers, and this year it's been quite the opposite. It's just mayhem. The mighty tears up. He tears them up every time we play them. He does. It's true. Every time Nunez plays Newcastle, he scores. Apparently, he had his best game for us probably against Newcastle. I don't know. I can't see them going for him. Yeah, I was planning to make a video today on this, but when the news came out that he was leaving, I thought, why not go live? And for anyone who is joining me in the live, thank you very much. And this will save as a video on the channel. So if you're watching after the fact, thank you as well. It will be just a quick video because I'm on my lunch break, like I said, and I will have to go soon. But if there's further news later in the day, what's to say we don't jump back on? Maybe if we make a bid, maybe if there's advancements in the deal, we might jump back on. But for now, Alexander Isak wants to move. The question, I guess, is how would he fit in? How would we deal with this issue? The first thing I'd say to that is not our problem as fans. And I think we shouldn't worry too much about this type of thing. And if there's a player with the quality that Isak has available and we can sign him, we should go for it. Regardless of if Ekatike goes on the bench, if Gakpo goes on the bench some games. Don't forget, we're going to probably have 50, 60 games this year if we want to go far in the Champions League. So it's never a bad thing, and players are going to play a lot. Like, they're going to have a lot of opportunity to play. Interesting thing I read on the Ekatike transfer was that we see him with the ability to play wide and as a second striker. And I read that yesterday and I thought, that's interesting. That I wonder if that's a little hint that we still would want Isak. And yeah, it looks like we certainly do. Nothing happening yet since the news that he wants to leave. I'm sure things will move fast. However, this has been Class Lad. Really, really exciting news. I'm sure there's lots to come. Yeah, I'm glad you've enjoyed, and there will be a lot of exciting news to come, I'm sure. Ekatike gives Gakpo vibes. I think he does, definitely. He's quite rangy and tall. He's an excellent dribbler. The more I watch him, the more I notice that. So I wonder if he does get a bit of time at left wing, sort of reincarnates left wing div. If anyone remembers when we used to play Origi on the left wing, Would he play wide then, you think, when Salah goes to AFCON? I think when Salah goes to AFCON, because that would mean the right wing spot becomes available. Let's say we go into the season and let's say we end up with our front line is something like Ekatike, Gakpo, Salah, Isak. Am I missing someone? Let's say we sell Diaz and Nunez. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think Isak or Ekatike will play on the right wing. I think more likely then you're more likely to get Frimpong on the right wing in that situation. Or maybe we sort of adjust the formation a little bit when Salah's gone. But I even think when Salah's here, there's a time. Look, Isak will be the main striker. He would. If everyone was fit, he's going to be the main man, isn't he? He's not going to sit on the bench, right? Ekatike is younger. He's a bit less polished, so he would be the one to sit on the bench. But it doesn't mean he's going to sit on the bench every week. You know, he might play on the left wing with Isak up front. We might play like a 4-4-2 and maybe end up with Isak and Ekatike, Salah wide, Gakpo wide. Maybe it'll be like a diamond sort of with Isak, Ekatike, Verts in behind. Maybe when Salah's at AFCON, we have McAllister, Szoboszlai as like a diamond, Gravenberch behind, something along those lines. Can't say we'll play left wing on the wing as well. Yeah, he can. He's never done it for us, really. But he definitely can. I mean, if he's playing right back, he can play right wing, considering they seem interchangeable at the minute in our team. But yeah, I think the point is that they could play together, and it's not a problem that we as fans have to sort out. It's one Arne Slot will have to sort out, and it won't be one that he's just thinking of right now. It won't be like a surprise, like, oh my god, I might have to play TK and Isak in the same squad. They'll have known about this possibility all summer, and as a result, when this situation has materialised now as it has into this situation, they'll be prepared. Let's do another refresh here and just see what we've got. Nothing crazy new right now, except Billy Hogan, our CEO, has said this is one of the biggest clubs in the world. We want to make sure that we are behaving like one. I love it, Billy. I love it, mate. That's what I like to hear. Let's have a little look. Have we got any news whatsoever just before we finish up? It's crazy, guys. What do we all think? I mean, the excitement this window, the dopamine hits have just been never ending. From when we got Verts, I thought we'd never sign Verts when that came out, and we signed him. We sorted out Frimpong, we sorted out Kirkaz. Then there was the whole Isak thing. We sorted out Ekatike in like a couple days, and now Isak's back. Billy Hogan in Hulk Hogan costume kicking Newcastle's door in. Yeah, I mean that's an image, isn't it? Can you imagine that? I like to think that Billy Hogan just goes walking around as Hulk Hogan with the wig on, the mustache. Hey, listen, I might get a fucking Hulk Hogan wig and start walking around if we sign Isak, just for a laugh. I've seen someone here saying they went into the Newcastle Reddit and they're shitting themselves. They hate us to death. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? You would absolutely hate us. They think that there's an agenda against them anyway, and that because they're not a top 6 club, that they are stopped from being able to do what they want to do. And now it looks like Liverpool might be signing their best player. You'd be absolutely fuming, wouldn't you? Can you imagine if this was us? And let's say United wanted to sign our best player, and we were in Newcastle's position. We'd be furious. They just don't understand this is what happens. We've seen it happen with the players like I mentioned before. We saw it with Coutinho. I remember when he left, he was our best player, and I was gutted when we saw Coutinho. Turned out to end up being the best thing that ever happened to us, and now we're spending the money on Coutinho, on Isak. Still got it left over. If you can't tell I'm joking, I am joking. But the point is, we reinvested the Coutinho money. And that might be what happens to Newcastle. We don't know. They might actually benefit from this in the long run. But at the time, there'll be outrage. And can you imagine when we play them next year if we do end up with this guy? And look, this might all be for nothing. Newcastle still might not sell. I just can't see why they'd keep him if he's this disgruntled. To not even go on the pre-season tour. Fully request a transfer. And it's clear that we look like the main suitors. Just imagine Salah, Verts, and Isak in the same team with Van Dijk and Alisson. Yeah, and there's more. I mean, McAllister, Kanate, Frimpong, Kirkes. There's so many players. Gravenberch. Like, look at that spine of our team that we could have next year with Alisson, Kanate, and Van Dijk. Gravenberch, McAllister, Verts, Isak. Then you throw in the wide men, Salah, Gakpo, the fullbacks. It's incredible. And if it means, like I said, that we have to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, then I will Bella Ciao that guy all the way from Barrancas to Bavaria, right to Bayern Munich. See you later, Lucho. Thanks for all your services. You can go to Bayern, which is where you want to go, and we'll have this Swedish beauty. So, right, guys, my lunch break's almost over, so I'm going to have to go. But if you joined me today, thank you very much. And thank you also for the views and the support on the channel in the last couple of days. It's been amazing, and I really appreciate it. And if you did watch this one and you did enjoy, drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you think. Is Isak going to join? There's going to be plenty more of this type of thing. There might even be more today. Who knows? Let's see what the news breaks. But yeah, if not, if there's no news, then I'll be rejoining you all after probably the Milan friendly on the weekend. But yes, Isak to Liverpool, could it happen? If he does go, I'd imagine Newcastle want to get it done quickly so they can get a replacement. I think that's spot on. And I think it's pretty telling that they're looking for a replacement. I think that says it all, really. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and glad you enjoyed. I'm glad it worked. Our first live, our first emergency podcast. Let's see if there's another one later. I hope there is, because that will mean there's been news. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I'll speak to you when there's news. Isak to the Reds. Let's have it. Thanks, guys. See you later.